caps lock different. It's facts, not fiction. Said I black out for real, then the track gone missing. If it's cap, I'm dipping. We ain't talking about a move, then it's flatline finished. When I spaz, I'm grinning. Put a peel off in the Sadies and I pass by spinning. It's perks with this life, but I don't have my skinach. Took a quick trip and now I'm back home winning. And I see they eyes pop like I snack on spinach. Pull up to the spot, she try and grab my digits. I'm already 8 shots, a Henny past my limit. Here you go. Hazards with a dash full of tickets. I'ma act like I don't see them. I got bad eye vision. Y'all can't pass my scrimmage. While y'all tripping, it's Aruba. I realized I had to go and flip this.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to episode 231 of Psychotic and Iconic. Pause and Theories are live on this Monday because we could not wait until fucking Wednesday to get this thing going. It's already now Super Bowl time, which is like a catch-22 because it's sad that the season's over. But by the same token, Eagles are back in it, second time in 3 years. Our quarterback can't lead us there. Our head coach stinks. I know.
It's too emotional to not pod right now. I mean, I'm sorry. I can't wait till Wednesday. It just we got to rap about this.
Absolutely.
The Birds are going to the fucking bowl, bro. They're going to the bowl 3 times in 8 years. Man, wow. I never thought that we would be spoiled. Like you said before the show. Like
spoiled.
We're so spoiled now. It's crazy. It's wild.
The Eagles are
we're expected to be there now.
The Eagles are the gold standard of the NFC. And that's just facts.
Yeah.
Since 2000, look at us. Look at us, bro. 8 NFC Championship games, 4 Super Bowl appearances. Come on now.
Fuck with me
for real. All right, let's start off tonight. Let's go with you want to do the Bills first?
No, let's talk. Whatever you want to do.
Whatever. We could go with the Eagles. I'm perfectly fine with that.
Let's rock.
All right, let's talk about the Eagles, dude, because I feel like with the Eagles, there were so many different narratives coming into it about your head coach, about your quarterback, about the wide receiver.
Into this game?
Yeah. Like, I feel like all season, and then like this year, then after the divisional round coming into the NFC, it was kind of like Jalen Hurts was hurt, Juergens was hurt, so I kind of felt like everything at that point was kind of getting like, it looked a little messy.
Juergens.
I feel like, but what do you feel on that? Because I mean, obviously they fucking smoked them.
I felt like the Eagles were always the more superior team, and it showed on Sunday. It showed yesterday. I mean, obviously, I've never thought that the Commanders were going to beat us ever. I thought this had Minnesota written all over it when we played them in the NFC Championship game. We dominated that game, and I felt like we were going to do the same thing. I mean, look, it looked pretty close in the first half until like 2 minutes before the half, until the Eagles scored again. That was the dagger. When we went up 15 before the half, it was a wrap. Like 27-12, they were too big of a hole at that point. So to me, I expected the Eagles to win this game. I thought it was probably one of the easiest NFC Championship games I could remember as an opponent. Truthfully speaking, I'm not even like, and that's not like a slight to the Eagles. They took 55 points. I mean, that's the most points scored in history in the NFC Championship game. That's amazing.
You know what's wild, dude? Like, I kept saying we were going to beat the shit out of them, and I'm sitting there, and we were talking about it last week, and I said it. I'm like, my quarterback isn't giving you 3 interceptions. My defense doesn't have 16 players on IR. And it's when you looked at it, like it was just a mismatch. The Eagles are a mismatch for nearly every team in the league, with the exception of the Chiefs. And the only reason that is because their quarterback is the ultimate neutralizer. You know what I'm saying? So, but like when I looked at all things considered, like I expected a beatdown. And then it was like, we talked about it. Your first drive of the game was 8 minutes long. You ran 18 plays, 12 passes. You had 3 third-down conversions, a 4th-down conversion, and then you walked away with 3. I said right there, I'm like, if that's what you have to rely on to get 3 points, you're not in the same ball club as us. You're just not. And then when Saquon ran that 60-yard run, dude, I exploded. Like I went crazy when I saw that. Like, pause, but. That was like a moment, dude. I will never forget that rush.
Yeah.
I knew it was over because that right there, because I can't imagine what that stadium was like. I can't imagine the way that those fans were feeling and the sidelines. because I felt that, and I wasn't doing shit.
Fuck the fans. Imagine how Saquon felt.
Yeah,
imagine that you're in an NFC Championship game, and the first carry you're going down for 60, bro. Like
They showed a standstill of a photo.
Cinematic.
He's running like this, bro. There's a defender here and a defender here, and it opened and it ended as a touchdown. And like I feel like so my homie at work is a Giants fan, and he hates the Eagles. Like he's to the Eagles like we hate Dallas. He hates the Eagles. And he said, if the Eagles make it to the Super Bowl, I'm rooting for them to shove it up the Giants' ass because of what they did to Saquon. Saquon Barkley in 17 or how many games? 18 games this year completely changed his career trajectory.
Well, I don't even think that though. I think he changed the position, the running back position.
Running backs will get money now.
Yeah, like he absolutely like revolutionized it.
Because you can now prove, like you had 7 rushing touchdowns yesterday. Now, granted, 3 of them were for Jalen, but like you're showing that you can win with a dominant run game and a solid defense.
Christian McCaffrey was one. I think that he was kind of like the beginning of it.
That's fair.
And then you had Derrick Henry, who Derrick Henry took the Titans to the AFC Championship game.
But I feel like both of those teams, well, no, they had good defenses. The problem is the Eagles are just loaded.
That's what you have in common. You have a good running game.
The difference, and also the difference between the Titans and the Niners is the quarterback. Like we have a substantially better quarterback than both of those teams that had those powerful running games. So when you have a quarterback that's competent, or I guess you could say Purdy was competent, but like when you have a quarterback that at times can get you into that extra gear and throw, it's helpful. But the weird thing is it's not even like the throwing is opening up the run game. The running game is opening up the throwing lane because when there's nothing you can do against Saquon Barkley.
Yeah.
Like, there is nothing you could do except pray. It's unbelievable that I get to watch this team. It's the best Eagles team I've ever seen.
This is I disagree. I think this is the best roster overall that I have seen probably since Denver.
Well, all right. Let's think about it real fast. 2015 Denver.
I'm talking overall. Like I'm talking full body of work. I'm talking offense, defense, special teams, the whole 9.
I can think of 3 teams: the 07 Patriots, the 2014 Seahawks.
I think the Patriots were better.
The 13.
But the Eagles would probably. I don't know. I think the Eagles. This team could absolutely rival
the 13 Seahawks. The Legion of Boom.
Yeah.
With you had Russell Wilson, Doug Baldwin, and Marshawn Lynch.
Yeah.
I can't think of who's the other wide receiver on that side. Well, it wasn't Tyler Lockett at that point, was it?
No.
It was Doug Baldwin and somebody else. They had Percy Harvin. Who the fuck was that second wide receiver?
Yeah, who was he? I know who you're talking about. Was it Jermaine Curse?
Golden Tate.
That's
what I couldn't think of. Yeah.
Wow.
And Ricardo Lockett, excuse me. But yeah, dude, it was so wild, man. Like,
see, I think of Golden Tate as a Lion.
But yeah, me too.
Which is weird.
I know. And then I remember he came to us and we were laughing at the Cowboys for trading a first for Cooper, and we traded a third for Golden Tate, and Golden Tate was trash. That was the year that who was that dude that broke out and we thought he was the next big thing? Who was that, yo? Travis Fulgham.
Fulgham, yo. He killed me in fantasy that 1 week.
Yeah, that was the Travis Fulgham year. But in the words of my favorite wide receiver of all time, T.O., my favorite wide receiver of all time, I go, in regards to Jalen Hurts, it's my quarterback. It's my quarterback. And put some respect on his fucking name, please. Please. Jalen Hurts has been to the same amount of Super Bowls as Aaron Rodgers, Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Dak Prescott, and Justin Herbert combined. What are we talking about? It's not a fluke. Jalen Hurts is a damn good quarterback. If you judge Jalen Hurts simply on his passing, which I know that's a quarterback, but I'm saying in terms of the 300-yard games, the 5,000-yard passing seasons, you're always going to be disappointed. But I know for a chance, bro, when I go into a game, a big game with Jalen Hurts in a must-win situation, I know for a fact I can trust him. I've seen it. He stepped up in the Super Bowl. He was the best player in the Super Bowl. And yesterday in the NFC Championship game, you go for 20 of 28, 246 yards, 1 passing touchdown, 3 rushing touchdowns, and no turnovers.
Yeah.
He did the same thing in the Super Bowl, 3 rushing touchdowns and a passing touchdown. Like, at what point does Jalen Hurts get some type of respect or the benefit of the doubt? I see Chase Daniels trying to justify. I see not Bart Scott, the one dude on Get Up.
But what's the justification? Like, what's the reasoning?
That Jalen Hurts isn't a bottom 15 quarterback.
I don't think that's that's the discussion they're having.
Well, that's going from people too on TikTok.
So, all right. So wait, after the Eagles won this game,
yeah,
what was the narrative, the national narrative around Jalen Hurts?
I feel like the national narrative was surprise.
Surprised by what?
People didn't believe that he could go out and throw the ball the way he did.
But do you think that he gained respect?
No, I told you this. I have the evidence to prove it.
But what made you believe that? Yeah, exactly. What evidence?
I said I have the Instagram, the short. I have it on our social platforms, and I have to dig it up. And I said Jalen Hurts' narrative is already cemented. Jalen Hurts could go out and win the next 3 Super Bowls, and you will have people saying that he's not good. That is Jalen Hurts' MO.
But why? But why are they saying that he's not good?
I don't know.
Do you think he's not getting the proper credit because of what we just talked about? Like this Eagles team is just so loaded that they feel like you can plug anybody in there and they'll do the same thing.
I do.
Is that is that the mentality? Is that like the narrative that I'm hearing?
Yeah, but look, here's the thing. There is a little bit of recency bias in here. Like, again, I'm not saying Jalen Hurts is the best quarterback in the world. I thought
he played great though. I mean, you could talk your shit all you want. I thought he played excellent.
But I'm saying my thing is with Jalen is, yeah, he has a bomb squad. Would Joe Burrow be good on this team? Absolutely. Would Josh Allen? Would Mahomes? Would Dak? Yeah, they would, because the team is great. But you're criticizing Howie Roseman for being the best GM in football. I'm just not with that. Like, when we went to the Super Bowl in 2022, my running back was Miles Sanders. It wasn't, you didn't have Saquon.
Do you think that if Jalen Hurts wins the Super Bowl, do you think he would gain the respect?
No. They're going to say that he's Brock Purdy, and that's just not true.
But as a fan, do you actually care?
I could care less. I don't care. I said that if Jalen Hurts goes out in the Super Bowl and throws for 105 yards and we win that Super Bowl, I do not care.
I wouldn't care.
Because I don't think Jalen Hurts is in the echelon of the Joe Burrows, the Allens, the Mahomes, the Lamars. I don't believe that. So for me,
what makes you think that though?
What?
Why do you not think that he's in that echelon, dude? He, just like you said, he's been to 2 Super Bowls in the last 3 years.
Yep.
Like, now is the time to say, okay, like, you have to look at him in a different light. Now, how come everybody else's shortcomings are greater than Jalen Hurts' 2 Super Bowl appearances?
I just feel like for me with Jalen, like,
Does that make sense?
To a degree, like, I know what you're trying to say. I'm just like, for me, like, when I watched the 4 guys,
like Josh Allen has he has no Super Bowl appearances,
yes,
right? But you would put Josh Allen ahead of Hurts, correct?
Of course, but I think
why? That's I think that's the discrepancy.
So let me say this.
That's part of the narrative.
But I will say this: 1 game to win, I'm taking Hurts over Allen.
You can't dispute that.
Can't dispute that. But I'm not saying that Allen's better, and I'm not saying if you put Jalen Hurts on the Buffalo Bills.
I'm not saying it's an Allen.
No,
it's not. I'm just trying to make a parallel.
Absolutely, it is absolutely, because here's the thing: Lamar's better than him as well, and I would say the same thing. Burrow in a game that saved my life. It's like, it's hard to say that, but like, it's a weird thing that we're trying to do with Jalen, because your eyes don't tell you that he's elite on pure talent, but like at this point, there is no evidence. Like you said, Justin Herbert, he's just a better quarterback. But if I ask you to provide me evidence that he's better than Hurts, you can't.
Is he?
You feel me?
So if you had a quarterback that has to win a game to save your life, is he a top 5 quarterback to in that category?
Absolutely.
Wow.
To save my life, I'm taking Patrick Mahomes. And then it's Joe Burrow, and then it's probably Jalen Hurts.
Wow. Not Josh Allen?
I can't go there yet.
Really?
Can't go. Well, actually,
you think that
hold on.
Not Lamar Jackson? The top 4 quarterbacks, you wouldn't take them over Jalen Hurts?
It's hard, bro. They
think about that.
They just don't win.
I'm with you, but that's what I'm saying though. But like so then why do you have those 4 quarterbacks ahead of Jalen Hurts? Because if the bottom line if the name of the game is to win, then why are those quarterbacks ahead of somebody with those accolades? That's what doesn't make any sense to me.
I think at the end of the day, it comes to eye test. And when you look at your eye test, like, you can tell.
I'm with you.
Like, my thing is when I look at certain dudes, the top 4, I can look at them and say, yeah, they're better than my guy. I'm cool with that. But right now, you can't look me with a straight face and tell me Jordan Love, CJ Stroud, Dak Prescott, Justin Herbert, Trevor Lawrence, Kyler Murray, Baker Mayfield. You can't tell me that these guys are better than Jalen Hurts. Like, you're going to have a hard time convincing me Stafford is.
Yeah.
For real, like, Stafford won his Super Bowl with the Rams, and I respect it, but I don't know. Sean McVay is a way better coach than Nick Sirianni. Nick Sirianni's got as many Super Bowl appearances as him. And you could argue that the Rams teams have been just as loaded as the ones that Sirianni has had. So that's why I said it's a weird dynamic that I try to do that, because like you can't do it. It's hard, bro. Like that's where I say that. So like that's where I struggle with that, because what am I supposed to do here? For real, like, what am I supposed to say with that?
It's tough, man. I don't know. Is he top 5 in that category? I would probably have to have him a 5
as a winner. For me as a winner though, like, I don't even understand it. And like, I'm not. But this goes to Lamar and Allen, really, because Burrow, and we're going to talk about. I'm going to make comparisons to him later. That's what I'm saying.
However, though, we could have said this about Brock Purdy a year ago, because he'd been to them.
Well, no, but Brock Purdy came in and did it that 1 year, and then he went to the NFC Championship game. But again, like, I go to this. Jalen Hurts inherited a team that was, I think, 3-13, or they were horrible. I'm not 3-13, not that big. They were horrible before he came there. You got a rookie head coach and Nick Sirianni that wasn't calling plays in Indy.
I like Sirianni though.
You bring Sirianni and you go 9-8, make the playoffs. You go to the Super Bowl. You make the playoffs. You make the Super Bowl. So I'm just saying, like, for me, it's just a respect. It's at some point you have to look at that. Like, when I look at Allen and Lamar, talent-wise, when I look at them, they just jump off the screen. Like, yes, they are, just as a pure talent, better than Jalen Hurts, but they're not better winners. They're not.
But are they asked to do more to make them look more flashy than Jalen Hurts? Because do you think Jalen Hurts can be that kind of player?
No.
Okay.
No, he can't. But here's the thing. Like, when I look at that, I think Lamar has more of a argument than Allen, because Allen actually had like an elite player. Allen did have a superstar as his wide receiver in Diggs. So he did have the opportunity. He had a few number 1 defenses over his years. But again, like, Jalen Hurts is never giving you 40 touchdowns. You know, like, he's just not, bro. But at the end of the day, he's not giving you a bunch of turnovers. When he gave you the bunch of turnovers at the end of last year leading into this year, what happened? The Eagles fell off the wagon.
Yeah, well, he's not going to give you 40 touchdowns when he's throwing under 25
he's
times
not.
a game.
And the other thing is, too, is like, don't get me wrong, and I'm not like, don't get what I'm saying twisted either, bro. Like, if you pick up Jalen Hurts and dump him onto the Bills, like, no, the Bills aren't going to be what they are with Josh Allen. They're just not. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not. Neither are the Ravens. But again, it's like the Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen, they're good enough to win MVPs, get 1 seeds, get to the playoffs with those rosters. But as soon as they fail in the roster, then we talk about the roster not being good enough. And I don't think that's fair. I think that's hypocritical.
That's fair.
You can't have it both ways. Like, do you agree with me on that?
Yes and no. I mean, it's hard, bro. Like, it's hard to evaluate him. He's winning. So to me, the discussion is stupid. What narrative? I don't even know what narrative anybody's talking about. Like, as long as he's winning, what are we talking about?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, my whole thing with Jalen Hurts was that I wanted to see him throw the ball more, because that's what I want to see. As a fan, I want my quarterback to throw the fucking rock. I know my running back is getting 200 yards, but like, hey, now we're going to play the Chiefs. Are we going to have to throw it 30 times a game? Are we going to have to throw it 35 times? Like, I want to see him able to be able to win those kind of games, because at some point during the season, we may need to. So now if we get into a shootout like that, can we win those games? Now like, I have questions about that. If that's the way to beat the Eagles, then that's what the Chiefs are going to do.
But
they're going to force him to throw 30 something times a game.
But here's the thing. My thing is like, you say like, oh, if we get into a shootout, can we beat them? I watched us get in a shootout with Buffalo.
Yeah, that's
and
fair.
win. We got into a shootout with the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, and Jalen Hurts outplayed Patrick. We got into, this was kind of a shootout.
But I'm talking about this year. Like, I'm talking about this year in general. because like
But I don't
it's
really
a new
think-
year.
but
Like the past is a past.
So
because
if
you
we
have
say
different
about this year-
coordinators, you have different schemes. It's a different moment.
If we talk about this year, the offense didn't require Jalen to do that.
Right.
Like we won 14 games. Jalen Hurts was the quarterback on that. Now, granted, he wasn't the driving force. It was Saquon.
Mm-hmm.
But by the same token, like, again, we needed to go out and put up points and he did it. So again, like, it depends on how you judge quarterbacks. But like, you want to say that you have, like I said, you have your 4. And I don't really think they're disputable. Like, I don't really think that you can argue after those 4 guys.
So you're taking them to win a game for your life, to save your life over Jalen Hurts, like guaranteed, right? Those 4.
I would think about Allen and Lamar Jackson.
Wow.
I would think about it. And I think that's a fair take. I don't think that's hyperbolic. I don't think that that's me being a homer. I don't think that's me being an Eagle lover, but I've watched both of those players consistently fail in the playoffs. Like Lamar Jackson, you're my guy. I love you. I fuck with you. You have 2 MVPs, maybe 3. You've been to 1 AFC Championship game. You have a losing record in the playoffs. Like when I'm looking at that, my quarterback performs more than yours in the playoffs. Like Jalen Hurts didn't have this team the last 3 years, and we're acting like he did, and he didn't.
No, I don't.
You know what I'm
disagree
saying?
with
Like
that.
Josh
I don't
Allen,
disagree
like
with that.
Josh Allen, this was his first, and I said it's his career year. Yeah, he only threw 28 touchdown passes, but bro, you didn't turn the ball over at an alarming rate. And look what you did. You just went toe-to-toe with the giant.
Well, he always does that.
And you were great.
But he always goes toe-to-toe with him. That's the
thing. In the playoffs, he does. It's just he happens to be on the wrong end for reasons I can't explain.
I can't.
And last night, it wasn't on him, and we're going to get to them in a minute. But last night had nothing to do with him, in my opinion.
I thought Jalen Hurts, but going back to Jalen Hurts, I thought he played great in this game. I thought, he played mistake-free.
Who's your 5 quarterbacks to win a game in your order? Like if I had a guess for you, it would be Mahomes, Allen, Burrow, and then who would you go after that?
I probably have to go Lamar.
Okay.
Because I think we put Jalen Hurts, you could argue ahead of them because of the situation, right? Like if you put Lamar on the Eagles, do you think Lamar's in this spot? Absolutely.
Yes. I think if you put any quarterback, any competent quarterback.
I'm not, so this is not, I'm not taking away from Hurts. This is not the conversation for that. I'm just trying to put myself in them shoes. Like, okay, if I'm fairly evaluating this, am I putting Jalen Hurts at number 5? Am I taking Matt Stafford over Jalen Hurts? I don't know. That's a coin flip.
And but I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that.
Yeah.
I'm not.
So, is he 5 or 6?
But you know what's funny? I'm glad you just brought up that
okay
stuff
with that.
Let me ask you a question. And I think that's a fair assessment.
I think that's fine.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I think after that,
who are you going with? There's not a lot of good quarterbacks. Like nobody could sit here and tell me that
you're
now.
You're not going with Stroud.
If you're going to win a game for your life,
you're not going with Stroud.
If you're going to win a game for your life, there's no way you're taking Herbert. There's just no way.
Nah.
There's no way, bro.
I'm no, absolutely not.
I mean,
dead.
I got more Super Bowl appearances than you do playoff wins, my boy.
No, you'd be dead.
But so I'm glad you said Stafford because here's the thing. I was wrong on Stafford because when Stafford was in Detroit, I thought he was trash. For real. I really did. Like I didn't think he was good. Now, you showed when he went to a good organization and he had a competent coach, he's good.
It works for him.
I'm cool with that.
He could shine.
But my thing is Stafford's one Super Bowl victory completely erased all the years of him being ass in Detroit when he had Calvin Johnson, who is widely regarded as a top 5-7 wide receiver ever.
Bro, they have had probably one of the worst offensive lines.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. And he took a beating, and I'm with that. But I'm saying, like, Matt Stafford now is riding the Super Bowl win. Like, Jalen Hurts and the Eagles gave Stafford and McVay their first playoff loss because they won the Super Bowl and then missed the playoffs the other years. That's a crazy stat, but it is. They never lost in the playoffs together.
Do you think? I know that's wild.
They never lost in the playoffs. The only time they made the playoffs was they made the Super Bowl.
Wow.
So my thing is Stafford, you've been there 3 years. You made 1 playoff appearance. You won the Super Bowl. Granted,
he made 2 playoff appearances.
2. Well, oh yeah, no, I'm sorry. That was the second time.
He got hurt too.
They lost to the Lions. Excuse me.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. They lost to the Lions. So that was the second one. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Go ahead. What were you saying? You were about to touch on something.
Oh, so I was going back. I think maybe you could argue he's probably 6. I mean, who else are you taking?
That's what I said. It's not that we have good quarterbacks. Like the league is not like that good with quarterbacks.
I agree. I probably have him 5 or 6. That's fair, bro. Now, do you think he's a top 5 quarterback?
I think it's a.
Do you
not
think
on pure
Jalen
talent.
Hurts is the
Not
top
on
5 quarterback?
Not on pure talent. No. But that's what I'm saying. It depends on what you're arguing.
Does talent matter, or does accolades and talent mix together
I think
to create that argument?
I think
because to me, I mix them both together.
So do I. I think there is a body of work. Like anyone saying right now that Jaden Daniels is better than Hurts is just that you're wrong. Like I think Jaden Daniels is great. And I said if Jaden Daniels goes to a Super Bowl,
he's gonna be legit.
As a rookie, like, bro, what am I supposed to say? He will enter as a top 5. But when I look at that, like, yeah, it was his rookie year. It was great. He has to build on that. But look, people last year were saying the same thing about CJ Stroud, and I was one of them, and I learned my lesson. You don't hop on like that. Pause. You don't, though.
Yeah.
Like Jaden Daniels, talent for talent. Is he better than Hurts? Yes. But to sit here and simply say that Jalen Hurts is not worthy of being in the upper echelon of quarterbacks, to me, that's just being a hater. I don't get it. Like, where's the rationale in that?
Yeah.
Again, the team that we have right now, it's only this year. And it's not my fault that the Giants thought that Saquon Barkley sucked.
No, I agree with you.
Or not sucked, but they wanted to pay Daniel Jones. Like, that's not my problem. But what team wins with trash players? Like, or trash skill players? Like, you want to say Tom Brady? Okay. Tom Brady's a 1 of 1. That's just facts.
Mahomes had he won it.
Josh Allen just did it last night with Mac Hollins.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that Hurts is on that level of game changer. But in terms of just winning me a game,
he could do it.
What do you want me to say?
Yeah, he doesn't make mistakes.
What do you want me to say?
He's not losing me a game.
I know,
and that's okay.
I know he's not going to lose me a game,
and that's perfectly okay.
And so that's where I'm at on that.
Fair?
I think that if you're going to say that you can argue Stafford or Jaden Daniels or who will be somebody else that can enter next year as a top 5? I don't know.
Not top 5.
Like I just feel like if you want to put Jalen Hurts there, I'm okay with it.
I don't know.
I'm okay with it. I said next year, unless Jaden Daniels won, I would say Stafford
Baker
would be my 5th.
Jared. No.
But here's my point, though. Nobody's killing
Jared. Though.
Is anybody killing Jared Goff for having 3 turnovers in that game? I didn't hear it. I didn't hear much. For real, I didn't. But if Jalen Hurts went out like that, bro, and got smoked as a 1 seed at the crib, come on, man. You know what would have been said.
You think his job would have been on the line?
Bro, Nick Sirianni would have been fired. That is, rest assured.
But that goes back to the expectation conversation we had 2 weeks ago or last week. The expectations are so different from Philly and Detroit. Like Philly is expected to go to the championship game and go to the Super Bowl. When you have a Saquon Barkley and you bring a guy like that and that talent and you're steamrolling teams throughout the whole year, you're expected to go to the bowl. And the Lions, they were doing the same thing, and they were steamrolling teams. They had the 1 seed, but like I said, the Lions, they've been so ass and booty for so long. This is the first time they had the 1 seed, right? So like this is like something new to them. Well, to me, experience matters.
So did Jared choke? Because Jared has more.
He's got experience. He's absolutely got experience. But I think as a whole,
did they choke?
They choked.
Jalen Hurts has never choked. Has Jalen Hurts ever choked in a playoff game?
No.
He's gotten the shit beat out of him, but it was his first year playing with the Bucs.
Kicked against the Bucs. He fumbled in the Super Bowl, but he definitely didn't choke. I don't think that's a choke.
That's what I'm saying. No. I'm talking about like he went out there like Jared Goff and looked outmatched. I've never seen it.
Except against the Bucs. Yeah, that was it.
And that was his first year. Yeah. And then last year, who knows?
But the Eagles aren't built to look like that, though.
Well, they're not now.
The Eagles aren't built to give up 40 points in the playoffs. The Eagles are built to keep you under 24 points.
My whole thing is, bro,
that's the way to win.
Aaron Rodgers is, I would say, widely regarded as a top 5 quarterback. He's not to me, but you had him in your top 5 when we did that. I don't think you do anymore. I don't know if you.
Well,
we'll do that. We'll do that. But I'm just saying, like, people talk about that with Aaron Rodgers, and I've always said, like, to me, Aaron Rodgers' career is kind of overrated. Is he an elite talent and one of the best talents we've ever seen?
I don't think he's I don't think he's overrated.
Fam, you made one Super Bowl.
No, he just underperformed.
Underperformed. That's fine. Any way you want to slice, that's cool. His career, so he left meat on the bone and on his career. So
winning wise,
correct. He won his individual accolades,
seeds, bro.
That's what. He's got 4 MVPs. He's got 1 seeds. He had Jordy Nelson, Donald Driver. He had Devontae Adams, Greg Jennings, James Jones. I mean, come on, bro.
Aaron Jones.
The other one, Eddie Lacy.
Eddie Lacy. Oh my God.
He went all-star one year.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, like, when you look at that dude, like I just feel like when you make the Super Bowl like that, you have to get respect. Like Eli Manning made 2 Super Bowls, but Eli Manning's career as a starter was 500. Jalen Hurts isn't a 500 starter for his career.
Well, because the Eagles aren't built as a 500 team. That's why. Well, the Giants were built to be under 500. They were garbage. Howie Roseman ain't gonna allow us to be under 500.
He's a genius.
He's awesome. He built that team.
You know what's wild? Yo, Chip Kelly was the best thing that ever happened to the Eagles.
Absolutely. I say it all the time.
Like, I credit Chip. Like, the more I think about it, I credit Chip Kelly for this.
I don't think we're in this position.
If Jeffrey Lurie doesn't give him control and let that ship sink, this doesn't happen for the next 12 years.
I know.
Chip was what, 2013?
2013, yeah. 2013.
Yeah.
Yep.
You traded Shady, you cut Jackson, you traded Macklin, you extended Riley Cooper.
That was crazy.
Like, what?
Yeah.
You brought in Sam Bradford after trying to trade your whole draft for Marcus Mariota. Like, it was a clown show. And you got fired on a random Tuesday and it was over.
Let's talk about Jaden Daniels' performance though overall in his first NFC Championship game. How do you think he performed? I
thought he played well. He didn't turn the ball over. He looked like a rookie that was going against the best defense in the league.
Yeah.
And he's poised. I think he's great. I love Jaden Daniels. Like, I was rooting for Jaden Daniels. I said they were going to make the playoffs before the year. I was rooting for him until Sunday. Like, I was all about it. And like, for me with Jaden Daniels, the expectations, here's a little bit that feels bad for him. Because when you have such a year up here like that, the only way to supersede that is to go to the Super Bowl. Could they next year? Yeah, they could. Will they? I don't know. The Lions should be back. The Packers, the Vikings, if McCarthy's any good. You got the Eagles in your own division. So, I mean, who knows what happens with the Bears? I don't believe in them, but I know a lot of people will next year. So it's going to be tough. But like, if Jaden Daniels misses the playoffs, if Jaden Daniels gets bounced in the wild card or he gets bounced in the divisional round, like, yeah, bro, that's a failure. Because
I disagree, though.
Well, not a failure, but you underperformed.
Yes and no. I mean, obviously coming off his rookie season, it is hard.
It's hard, bro.
But I don't think it's a failure. He would be in year 3 having 2 playoff appearances. At that point, it's like, all right, give him some time. I think we rushed these quarterbacks. I say it all the time. Why are we rushing these quarterbacks? If you can honestly, it's an eye test for me. When I watch Jaden Daniels, he is the next big thing in this league. He is legit. Disagree. He is fucking legit, bro. He is going to haunt us for a long time.
A decade.
If he stays healthy, because he can have a fucking RG3 career.
Well, of course.
Hopefully he doesn't. But I'm just saying, like, because we thought RG3 was going to kill us for decades. But now it's like, but now it's like Jaden Daniels, man, when I watch him, he was legit. And to me, not like, do you think all playoff losses are way the same? Because when I watched Jaden Daniels in this game, I didn't think there was anything he could possibly do to beat the Eagles.
No,
there was nothing that he could possibly do to win this game.
All playoff losses are not the same. And we will talk about him soon. And that is going to be exactly what I was going to open up with about Josh Allen. All playoff losses are not the same. And that's why I said you have to look like there is a body of work, a complete body of work. And that goes into it. Like I said, like, I felt bad for Lamar. Why? Because I know what was coming this offseason, bro. And that comes with the territory when you're great like that.
Yeah.
When your rival, Josh Allen and Lamar, are rivals just by nature. Same draft class, blah, blah, similar careers. They can't get over the hump. They can't win a big game. They're just linked. But going back to Jaden Daniels, there was nothing Jaden Daniels could have done yesterday to keep that game close. It was a mismatch, and you're missing your best lineman on both sides of the ball. Marcus Lattimore, he doesn't do anything but start fights. You know, like But again, with Jaden Daniels, dude, Jaden Daniels, he never looked rattled. I will say my one criticism of Jaden Daniels that pissed me off yesterday.
What's that?
It was 35-23, and this dude was dancing in the end zone after scoring a touchdown.
I don't mind that. And I'll tell you why, because I think that builds confidence in your team that, like, hey, we're still in this game, because they were at that point 35-23. If they get one stop and they go down the field and they get a touchdown or any type of points, they're back in that game.
It was 14-12. And the next time Jalen Daniels touched the ball, it was 27-12.
I don't mind the dancing. I actually didn't mind that because what's that? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mind it.
It was 14-12.
Okay.
They missed that 2-point conversion, which, again, moron for going for two. Just
Don't
take the
chase,
point, bro.
I don't know why the people chase so
chase
early.
It's crazy. It's crazy. But it was 14-12. The next time Jaden Daniels touched the ball was 27-12. Think about that. The next time he touched the ball after a missed 2-point conversion, I will argue a missed 2-point conversion gives momentum back to the home team.
Agreed.
Even though it's small, it does.
No, it does.
It does. Those are things that add up.
It psychologically matters.
Exactly.
Because you just like, damn, yeah, we just lost 2 points.
Exactly.
Yep.
But I hated him when he did that.
Mm-hmm.
I hated him when he did that because I'm like, to me, that just looked like I don't want to say like me, but that was like, that showed me like maybe immaturity is the right word, but you're down 35-23 and you're dancing in the end zone like you're up 35-23. Saquon Barkley hit a 60-yard home run on the first play of the game. Hand the ball to the ref.
Well, I think it's a gamble too, right? Like I think a 14-13 psychological edge is different than tie game because the Eagles were still ahead. Like I think the Commanders actually they wanted to put pressure on the Eagles. So that's why they went for two, because a tie ball game, you're like, holy shit, they're tied with the Commanders. Holy fuck, this is a game now. Like the Eagles weren't expected to be in this type of ball game, especially that close 14-14 by that point. But to me, I think it was all psychological. I think they just kind of, again, I don't know why teams are chasing points. It's so anti
Football.
Early 2000s. Like, I don't understand. Like, when we were watching football as kids, they've never chased a point until the fourth quarter.
You know what's weird, bro?
That's real shit.
So you saying that makes me think of something. And I thought about this yesterday. I swear.
But do you think that's analytically
yes, I think it's
changed because of that?
Although Colin Cowherd showed a great stat today. 10 2-point conversions this weekend. 3 of them were converted. Show that to your analytics department. But I was thinking about this yesterday, bro. And I swear to you, there was a part of me that started laughing. And I'm like, because I say this all the time. I still feel like a kid. Like, I still feel like I'm young.
Mm-hmm.
And I am. 33 is not old. But I'm saying at this point, like, I'm an adult. I'm a grown up. But like, I still have the little kid in me and I will never let it go.
Yeah. But
when I was watching that yesterday and I like, we'll texting the group chat or whatever, and I always say, like, why are you doing that? Going for it. I thought Dan Quinn was an idiot for going for the first 4th down. But whatever. Chasing points like that. Am I just like that old head that says, like, back in my day, you would never do that? Like, that's what I'm starting to think of, because it's like, how am I this disconnected? Because when we post reels and shit and we talk about the analytics department, we have younger kids than us freaking out saying that we're stupid because you go get it and it works and all this. And I'm just like, why are you not putting points on the board at every chance you get?
I kind of understand it to a degree, though, like, because when you watch the amount of scoring that goes on in these football games and watch the defenses, they're not stopping shit, bro. So it's like a 3 points is kind of a loss depending on who you're playing.
See, I disagree.
I don't, though, because if you're kicking field goals against Kansas City, you're going to lose, bro. If you're kicking field goals against the Eagles, you're going to lose, bro. Like, that's just the bottom line. You gotta play aggressive depending on the situation.
But I feel like you can play aggressive and not play stupid. Like, I understand going for the kill and wanting to score the touchdown. I get it. But if you're scoring touchdowns, and it's 14-13,
yeah.
Why are you going for it? Like, kick the field goal. It's okay to go up 16-14. At that point, you're putting the pressure back on the other team. They got to score. Like, you got to score at that point. Now, look, I get it a little bit with Buffalo because their defense was getting shredded. So, like, I kind of understand, like, put the ball in Josh's hands.
You don't have a choice.
Like, I do kind of get that. And for all Josh's faults, especially this year, if I'm in a game and I'm looking at that landscape I want Josh Allen to have the ball, period. And on that last play of the game, Josh Allen did what he had to do.
Mm-hmm.
The ball was right there.
Yeah.
But for instance, Jake Elliott. I don't know what's going on with him. But you kind of alluded to this 10 weeks ago during our first argument about this. Like, if I'm Nick Sirianni and I'm on the 40 and it's 4th and 5, I'm not kicking a field goal.
Going for it.
How?
You're in no man's land. You're going to punt? Why would I punt?
But at this point, bro, the dude can't.
I got the number 1 defense. What the fuck am I punting for? They're not getting 20 yards to kick a field goal. They're not doing it. They're not getting 30 yards to get in field goal range. They're not doing it.
That's fair.
I have the number 1 defense. I'm going for it. See, to me, situations matter. So, like, I don't mind the shift of going for it. Like, to me, like, sometimes you got to do it, bro. Like, 3 points is a loss to some degree. It is. Whether we think it is or not. But, like, when you watch it, these defenses are getting absolutely shredded.
So let me say this. I don't think taking 3 points, if you want to say it's a loss against the Chiefs or the Eagles, I'm with you, because those are the best teams in the league, I think.
They score at will, dude. They're scoring 40. Well, the Chiefs haven't done that, but you know that the Chiefs are going to go toe-to-toe with you. If you score a touchdown, you know they're going to answer.
And the Lions. But here's the thing. The Lions went for it. And this is when that whole debate started. When I said I don't trust Dan Campbell. Why were you respecting Jordan Love like that? Like, you kicked the field goal, it's over.
Mm-hmm.
At that point, the defense wasn't cooked on injuries.
Right.
Or they may have been, actually. But either way, you're respecting Jordan Love to go get a touchdown and drive the whole field. Like, to me, I don't get that. Like, I don't think that risk is worth that reward.
Because it's an offensive-driven league, though, too. Because now the flags are more offensive. They're geared for offensive progress.
They help offense.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
They help. Like to me, like, I feel like defenses, it's so hard to play defense. Like, if I'm up 6 and my opponent has the ball with 2 minutes left, I'm fucking terrified. Why? Because teams score at will, dude. Like, these defenses, they can't play defense.
That is fair. That's fair.
Like, to me, I'd rather be on offense. I'd rather have the ball in that situation than be up 6. Me personally, depending on who I'm playing, obviously. But I'd rather have the ball. Like, if I'm the Chiefs, I'd rather have Patrick Mahomes going down the score with 2 minutes left.
But I think you could say that for Jackson, Allen,
I would say that
Burrow,
for Jaden Daniels too.
Jaden Daniels
if I was down 6 and Jaden Daniels had the ball, I'm terrified.
I'm nervous. Absolutely.
I'm nervous
because
Jordan Love is the same way. Like, I feel like they had that. I don't know. I feel like those kind of quarterbacks can figure it out.
I just feel like, for me, like, when I watch Jaden, last thing before we go on, because I want to go to the next.
Yeah.
With Jaden Daniels, and I'm glad you said that. Like, with Jaden Daniels, I think people get caught up in the way Jaden Daniels' stature, and like, Jaden Daniels is a pocket passer.
He's both.
But
he's the most complete dual threat quarterback we've seen. Outside of Allen.
I was going to say that's not
outside of Allen. No, I'm not doing that to my boy.
I was going to say.
I'm just saying complete. Like, he could run and he can pass.
Oh yeah, it's
like he could do it all.
It's not even a question.
Like, yeah, when you're rushing for 900 yards in a season, that's fucking ludicrous, bro. That's insane.
I know.
That's a running back, and then he's passing all over the field. He's amazing.
And he just throws. I mean, Zach Ertz yesterday had 100 yards. Zach Ertz, like, that's out. Zach
Ertz looks good, man.
I know
he looks good with the Commanders. I think he'll come back with him.
Yeah, and shout out Quinyon Mitchell, who put Terry McLaurin in a body bag again.
Yeah, well, he did score, Terry, but
that wasn't on Quinyon.
No, it wasn't on
Quinyon.
Who was it on? It was on
Slay, wasn't it? No. Was it DeGene? I think it was DeGene.
Maybe.
I think it was Coop. Darius Slay's going to retire if they win the Super Bowl.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think he's done, bro. He's going to go out on top because he said he only wants to play one more year.
Really?
So, yeah. He said he would do one more year and then call it a thing because he was saying he doesn't think it's going to be with the Eagles.
Why? You think the Eagles will get rid of him there?
He was saying that. He was saying that. So I think if he
knows something.
I think if he wins the Super Bowl, he goes out gracefully, and Darius Slay will be remembered as an Eagle, not as a Lion.
Yeah, because you don't want to move your family for 1 year. That's just stupid at that point.
And at that point,
it's not. I don't even think the paycheck is even worth it because, well, of course it's always worth it, but don't get me wrong. But I'm just saying
he's not going to get anything big. Yeah, and the other part is, he's going to be remembered as an Eagle. You can make an argument the Eagles can put together the best team, the best constructed roster of the last last decade.
You think Slay's going to be remembered as an Eagle or a Lion?
Oh, an Eagle.
Wow.
An Eagle, dude. He's an Eagle. He's an Eagle.
Which is crazy because he got drafted by Detroit in 2013, and he's been with them for.
And people told us
8
we were
years?
crazy because we gave up, and Howie Roseman stole him because he needed a new deal, and we traded him for like a 3rd-round pick.
He played great too. I thought he played excellent.
Darius Slay was good this year, yo.
He's been good in the playoffs.
You know why though?
Playoffs he stepped
Darius Slay's been good because he has a lot of support. His supporting cast around him is great.
Yeah, Will Shipley was shitting.
Yo, shout out to Sheamus winning 800 on him.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome.
Will Shipley anytime touchdown.
That is fucking awesome.
Won
That's
800 on that.
Yeah, that's smart, dude. Because he probably thought it was gonna be a blowout, and that's exactly what happened.
You know what's funny? We talked about that. We took the kids to basketball and we were just bullshitting on there, and we were talking about that, and I was laughing. I'm like, Will Shipley.
Yeah.
But Sheamus is the GOAT of anytime touchdown.
I know it's wild.
It's so weird.
He's so due.
Well, he'll never live Brock Bowers down.
I know, but he's due.
All right, so now we could talk about the Bills and the Chiefs. 32-29 Chiefs. That was one of the best games
Agreed.
I've watched I was trying to think like the Chiefs, obviously the Super Bowl 2 years ago, but that was a game.
It's a heavyweight
That
fight.
was one of those games where you're on the edge of your seat and you're going back and forth. Like, all right, every time the Chiefs scored, I'm like, the Chiefs scored, I'm like, same old Chiefs. When the Bills scored, I was like, all right, they're punching back. I will say, I genuinely believed in my heart of hearts the Bills were going to win when he threw that touchdown to Mac Hollins before the half. Because I said, A, it was momentum, and B, I'm like, what that does for Josh Allen and that team's confidence.
Yeah.
I'm like, those are the play. You know what's crazy about Josh Allen made the plays you need to make against the Chiefs.
And the Chiefs came out that half and they punted.
Right out of the gate.
Which is wild.
And you need that, bro. And we were texting right out about that because I just got out of the shower.
And Buffalo went down and scored a touchdown to take the lead early in that third quarter.
Yeah.
Which I think about halfway through the third quarter, Buffalo took that lead 22-21. Then they missed the second 2-point conversion. So that, now look, they missed it earlier, the 2-point conversion, the Bills. So now they missed 2-point conversions by this point. So now you're looking at it like, fuck, dude, like, that's going to haunt them. That's 4 points in the bucket, man. You'd be up 5 points right now if you convert. Or at least 4. You're up at least 4, right? 20, 25, 21 at that point if you converted. Which sucks. Or, 25, 21. And then they punted. The Chiefs punted. And then what happened was the Josh Allen, he went up the middle for no gain.
I want to say this. I felt so bad for you last night, bro, to be honest.
Why?
And because I know Josh Allen's your favorite player.
Oh, he is. He's great.
And Burrow's my favorite player. But I wasn't, when Burrow lost the Super Bowl and he didn't make the playoffs this year, which you haven't heard me say a word about him because I go to bat for you. I think you're the second best, if not the best quarterback in the league. I defended you and you missed the playoffs.
Yeah.
You missed the playoffs. Come on, bro. I have nothing to say about you, bro. You have to come back next year and earn that.
Yeah.
But you were so let down by that because like it was a few times you were pissing me off because I'm like, yeah, you gonna talk about the Eagles? And we were laughing, joking around. But you know what I thought of last night, bro? Because I was actually shocked though, like how devastated you were. But then I thought about it. You're a Brady fan.
Yeah.
You're in unfamiliar territory.
Why?
You're used to the ball always bouncing in your direction. And for some reason, with Josh Allen, the ball bounces away from him. And look, you want to say he missed Shakir on the flat when the dude ran on that last play? Whatever. If you want to be corny like that, that's fine, because I think that's corny.
Mm-hmm.
They said that I forget what show or what clip it was. They said that he actually screwed up the audible and shifted the line left when he should have shifted them right. I don't know if that's true, but either way.
Mistakes happen.
You ran 15 yards backwards and threw a dot to your first round tight end. It hit the dude in the forearms and he dropped it.
Yeah, but that's not why they lost the game.
We're gonna flip here. There is no.
No. Like let's be real, yo. Like,
Dalton Kincaid's got to catch that ball back.
I totally agree with you, but that's not the reason why they lost this game. There was a lot of reasons why they lost this game.
I mean, look, I just feel like
there was a lot of plays, Mike.
Here's the problem. The problem is you have to be flawless, but it's just with Patrick Mahomes, dude. Again, I said this a million times and we've laughed about it, bro. It's the Tom Brady. The ball just bounces the dude's way. It just does. The Xavier Worthy catch.
That's ridiculous.
Like,
I don't even know what to say.
But like when you see that and it's the simultaneous catch rule, first of all, I've never even heard of that. To be honest, I really didn't.
But the ball hit the ground. If that's a catch, then how does Dez is not a catch?
Besides, well,
that doesn't make any sense.
And besides that, though, like the simultaneous catch rule, he catches it. I still remember Edelman catching it against the Falcons. Like those.
Well, he caught that.
No. I know that. I'm not disputing. I'm not actually.
That ball didn't hit the ground. That ball hit the fucking ground.
I'm saying though, but like he got awarded the catch.
Oh, absolutely.
So my point in saying that was like the ball, like with certain things with Mahomes, dude. And I am a LeBron James fan. I am a Peyton Manning fan. I have been so let down and so soul crushed like that for so long.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like outside of the Eli Manning catch,
that sucked.
They won that Super Bowl against the Seahawks when he made that crazy catch.
Mm-hmm.
And the Mario Manningham catch.
Yeah, that blew.
You had out of 10 Super Bowls, you had 10. Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, but like,
hey, excuse me, like two. Are you kidding me?
But if you think about it though, bro, like, I don't even think it was soul crushing. I just feel like, bro, you could just watch it. Like, you have to be goddamn near perfect. And I like before I even go on a rant here, like I just want to. The first thing I want to say is I do want to congratulate the Chiefs though, dude. Like, what they're doing is just so unbelievable that like I can't even put it into words. Like, you could play a flawless game and still lose. You could lose the turnover battle and still lose. Like, this team just finds ways to win, and it's because they're just so well coached. Like, in pressure situations, they're just prepared. You could just see it. Like, I feel like the Bills, like I feel like in pressure situations, they kind of come up small. Like, I'm not saying that the quarterback did it. I'm just saying overall as a team, like the fucking last drive. That last drive was so pitiful. Like I don't. You're running a fucking wide receiver screen on 3rd and 10. Like, I don't know, man. To me, I disagree with that. You have an MVP style quarterback. You were having success down the field. Like they were. Matt Collins was having success down the field. Take a shot. You have nothing to lose at that point. If you're going to do a fucking screen, go at least die on the sword.
It's not even that. James Cook didn't touch the ball on that last drive.
Right.
Did you know that?
Yeah, but I know. But like in fairness, James Cook, he doesn't really play much in passing situations. Ty Johnson's usually the guy. So like I can see why, but I can see why James Cook wasn't in there because I don't think the Bills' mindset was to run the ball at that point. Because they were like, "Holy fuck, our back is up against the curb, and we got to figure it out. We got to go down and get a fucking touchdown." So they panicked. But the Bills flinch in pressure situations, whereas the Chiefs, they're fucking cool, calm, and collected, bro. You know what's going to happen.
I think the Bills coaching,
that's what I'm saying. But like the Chiefs are just so calm in those situations. It makes a difference. Like they make the big plays when it matters most. They just do. The Chiefs, to me, when I watch the Chiefs defense, the one thing that I'm worried about with the Eagles, that tush push, I don't even know if it's going to work against the Chiefs because they could stop that shit, bro. Work. Yeah, but with our center being injured like that, with an injured back, you ain't doing that shit, bro.
He's coming.
No. I'm telling you, I had a back injury, bro. You ain't nothing to fuck with. It's hard to walk, let alone play a football game. All right. So
Jurgens just played.
I know, but I guarantee you he is hurting. He played a fucking quarter.
Just give him some Toradol.
Yeah, Toradol. All right, yeah. Play against the Chiefs like that. They're going to be, I'm telling you, bro, it's a different type of injury. That's an injury. That's a hard injury to overcome. I'm telling you, watch out for that.
I feel you.
The tush push, they did excellent. It felt like to me when I was watching the Bills like execute the tush push, it felt like they were playing freestyle ball. What the fuck were they doing? Yeah, what, Ray Davis pushing you? What? You don't have your tight end pushing the fucking quarterback? I don't understand. You have Ray Davis, your smallest running back, pushing the quarterback.
The other thing
he didn't even push him.
The other thing is too, Josh Allen does it incorrectly. He's staying straight the fuck up. Because he's trying to jump over.
No, he's trying to go left because that's what he's been doing every time he goes left. But now everybody's reading that shit, and Kansas City reads that shit, man.
They can't stop.
Like they're too good. Team could do it. They're too good. You know what I mean? Like those plays you can get away with against the Texans and the Dolphins and the Patriots. Like, but when you play really good, well-coached teams that are prepared and watch tape like that been there and done that, bro, you got to be well ahead of schedule. Like you got to go the other way. Like you got to figure it out. You got to mix it up. Like they're too good and too smart and too well prepared for you to do the same shit and think you're gonna have success. That's all I'm gonna say.
The craziest thing is too, bro, is like before I get to what I really was about to say is like the game on the line, it was 3rd and 10, right?
It was 3rd and 10.
You threw the ball to Samaj Pirine? I'm talking about the Chiefs now. The Chiefs.
Okay, yeah.
You had your 3rd string running back ready. Kareem Hunt has a resurgence. Like that is Bill Belichick level fucking preparation.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Period. And I wrote this stuff down, dude, like right after the game. I'm dead serious. Like Mahomes is truly at this point remarkable.
He's unbelievable.
Bro, he's on pace for 15 Super Bowl appearances.
Yeah, it's unbelievable, bro.
Like,
he's doing is crazy.
And the craziest thing is Brady made 10 Super Bowls and had a 10-year gap before he went back.
I know.
If you think about that, the fact that Brady even went back as many times as he did post that 10 years, that is one of the things about Brady's career resume that nobody even talks about. So my thing is right now, nobody in the world, there's no shot Mahomes doesn't make a Super Bowl for 10 years unless you're talking about the back end of his 30s.
Yeah.
So when I see that, it's like you lose Tyreek Hill and go to 3 straight Super Bowls. I wrote all this down at that because I was thinking about it. Like, I can't stand him, but I respect him.
Yeah, you got to.
And that's just the bottom line. Like that, there's nothing for me. There's nothing else for me to say, dude. That when you win like that, like the Bills recovered 5 fumbles. They were converting. They were playing right. They were playing clean. Josh Allen was doing everything possible. Dude's hitting 40-yard touchdown passes in clutch moments to fucking Mac Hollins, who showed up looking like somebody from a cave in 1920. Like, it's unbelievable that you could have that type of like Herculean effort. Everything can go your way and you still can't beat them. It's truly wild. It's wild. And it, like I said, I can't stand them because it's the antics that I can't stand. Like there's other, or semantics, whatever you want to say. There's just things that drive me crazy about them.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, like I do respect that greatness because Mahomes has been a quarterback for 7 years, 7 AFC Championship games, 6 Super Bowls.
Yep.
Like that's what, like Patrick Mahomes has only lost to Tom Brady and Joe Burrow in the playoffs. Joe Burrow, the majority of Joe Burrow's name and aura and respect comes from simply he's the only guy that was able to beat Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
Like, think about that. That is most of Joe Burrow's fucking legacy, is that he beat Patrick Mahomes in the AFC Championship game. They respect Joe Burrow more for beating him in the AFC Championship game, or they talk more about that than him losing the fucking Super Bowl.
Because if he doesn't beat him, he probably wins again.
Yeah.
They beat the Rams.
Absolutely, they beat the Rams. They beat the Rams.
They probably beat the Rams. The Rams were really good that year.
The difference was
Crown winner and everything.
I get that, but the thing was I felt like the defensive line wouldn't have been able to overwhelm the offensive line. They had 9 sacks. I don't think that the Chiefs would have had 9 sacks.
Yeah.
Would have taken 9 sacks, excuse me. So, but either way, it was a good Super Bowl, and the Bengals almost won. I mean, the Bengals had that bullshit holding call in the end zone. You remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
So, but I'm just saying, like, for me, that's where most of Joe Burrow's rep comes from, is beating Mahomes. Like, that's how dominant this team is. It's truly unbelievable. Like, when you look back on this and what we're telling our kids when our kids are 10, 15 years old, like, you don't understand how good and how routine they made it. Like, at this point, Patrick Mahomes just floors the AFC title game.
It's wild. He doesn't know anything else.
His floor, dude.
He doesn't know disappointment.
Once.
Yeah. But you got there. I'm talking about coming short.
Oh, I'm thinking Super Bowls. Excuse me.
Like,
you're
coming
right.
up short.
He doesn't know what it's like to not play an AFC title game.
He has no idea.
I mean, bro, this is his 7th year, right? Last year was the first time he played a road playoff game. He didn't play a road playoff game in 6 years.
It's insane.
The first 5 years of his career, he never played a road playoff game. That is hard to understand in the NFL, dude. Like because the NFL is the ultimate league of parity because of the salary cap. Like you can't build.
Did Josh Allen get that first down?
No, but Dalton Kincaid did.
You don't think Allen got it?
I don't think Josh got it.
I think he got it. I think he just got it.
I think it's inconclusive. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like it could go either way. I feel like that could have went either way. But at my first glance, if you show the angle
But it's funny, though. Like, the two refs had two different measurements.
If you look at Allen when you're facing the back of his jersey, he got it.
Yes.
If you're looking at him where you're looking forward at him, he didn't get it.
What do you mean?
Like, so if I'm looking at, like, the camera angle, when you show Josh Allen, if you show it from the left camera angle, I think he got
the
it.
back of his jersey. I got you. Yeah,
but if you look from the other angle on the right side, he didn't get it.
But from what point didn't he not get it? Because there's a point in the angle where he's looking at the first down.
Yeah, but it looked like his head was there, but the shoulder.
But there was another push that got that little oomph, and then that was it.
Okay.
And then he got pushed back again. So he went forward and then went back again after that.
But
he
looked
looked back, and then he kept looking, and then you could see his face kind of dwindle because somebody's in the way. Because
we talked about it though, bro. Because I texted you right after that, and I said, "Yo, why is he rushing? Why is he rushing to the line?"
They should have What they should have did was they should have fucking actual. They probably should have called, like, maybe not audible, but they probably should have did like a hard count and threw them off sides. They didn't do that all game.
If they did a hard count, they would have jumped.
Which was shocking to me because I feel like you had the momentum to do that.
You did, especially in that moment,
because they were jumping after anything.
Yes.
So you had them right on the rope. So I was shocked by that strategy of not doing that. But all in all, I thought they both. I thought Kincaid got it. I thought Allen got it. I thought he just got it. But, like, come on, bro. Like, you don't think I just feel like that's a big difference because now that's a turnover. So now the turnover that when the Chiefs fumbled, it kind of got wiped out.
Chiro just said this, and it's a good thing, yo. Where's the camera angle, the above camera angle?
I don't know. Don't they have
I'm
it?
saying, yeah, but he's saying there was no above camera angle, but they do have that.
Yeah.
Why didn't they show that? So I never thought of that. That's a good point. They never showed that angle.
Yeah.
But again, like, I felt like they should have slowed down. They could have did a hard count because I felt like the Chiefs' emotions at that point were high because they were rushing. So you rush and then give them a hard move or two.
Yeah.
They'll do it.
Yeah.
They'll jump, hopefully. But I thought Kincaid had it.
Yeah, me too. Me
so
too.
That's why I was saying slow down because I'm like, no, why are you? And
watch
I said
the replay.
Whether it was Josh or McDermott, like telling him, like, yo, hurry up. And you see Josh going like that, and let's just rush. I'm like, no, slow up, bro. Give him a chance to even review that.
Yeah, right. Absolutely.
Like Devontae Smith.
And then try to draw him off.
Devontae Smith didn't catch that ball, bro. His foot was out.
Absolutely.
And they were taking their good old time. And I'm yelling because I'm like, bro, hike the ball.
Go. Yeah, I know.
So it's why when you see that.
But those are the plays that make or break.
It changes the whole
Chiefs.
momentum.
You got to be fucking, you got to execute. You got to be on your A game. It's hard to beat. They are hard to beat, man. They are fundamentally sound. It's just what they do. Now, going back at the end of the game, I thought Josh Allen came up short, man. Got to call a spade, bro.
I mean, look,
he had the ball in his hands.
I get that.
With 1:32 or whatever it was, he had 2 minutes or something like that. 2 minutes, some change. 3 minutes, 4 minutes. He had time. They failed, bro. They absolutely failed because the last time they touched the ball, they went down and scored a touchdown.
Look, I don't.
You had time. I
don't completely disagree with you.
First and 10, they run the ball to Ty Johnson, which I don't understand. But again, they were in passing situation.
But again, James Cook's not in the game.
I agree with you. I'm so with you. I felt like special teams played a role in this game too, but like that's not my point here. I think to me, 1st and 10. You run with Ty Johnson, you get -1. Now you're in 2nd and 11. You're in an obvious passing situation. What happens? Josh Allen scrambles and he gets 13 yards for a first down. Then what happens? Shakir, 1st and 10. He throws to Shakir. I don't know what that throw was. That was a bad throw.
Oh yeah,
that was a bad throw. I don't know what if they just weren't on the same page. That's the bottom line. 2nd and 10. The ball was swatted at the line of scrimmage. That happens. Can you blame the quarterback for that? No, I just think the defense made a good play. That happens. 3rd and 10. Then you throw a fucking wide receiver screen to Amari Cooper for 5 yards. Is that Josh Allen's fault or is it the play calling? Anybody can be the judge of that. I'm just saying. It doesn't matter. The bottom line is the result. The result is he got 5 yards in that play and it's 4th and 5. 4th and 5, they brought the fucking heat. And he threw off his back foot.
It was a dime.
and Kincaid dropped it, but it is what it is. Now, what's Josh's narrative moving forward? He can't beat the Chiefs?
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it. I mean, the problem, again, the thing is the thing that's going to be hard for Josh Allen, and I'm going to actually go with your Rivers comparison because I think at this juncture that's true, but I think you think Phillip Rivers is better than Donovan McNabb.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't see how somebody says that. So that's going to be the tough part with Allen because he has to get hardware. I mean, he's the only one of the big four, unless he wins this MVP. I don't know. But unless he wins this MVP, I mean, he genuinely has no trophies. He has nothing in his trophy box. I mean, he's got 40-yard touchdown, but dude, it's crazy. It is. I'm not.
I know. I just feel like when people say that, it's just like it's just so disgusting, dude. Because like when you look at it,
it's hard to believe.
It doesn't even make any sense, bro. So like, you think he's loved? Fuck no, bro. He's the most disrespected player in the league.
He's disrespected by judges.
Like, he took this Bills team and went toe to toe on the road, man. Like. Again, when you watch that game, and I'm going to go back to that argument. When you watch that game, and I understand, Chiefs fans, I don't give a fuck what you guys say. I really do not care what you guys say. Mahomes fans, Chiefs fans, whatever you are. You guys can't tell me when you guys watch that game that Patrick Mahomes is way better than Josh Allen. It's just simply not true. It's just simply not true. Unless we are not watching the same game, I don't know what you're talking about. I really don't. Because when I watch Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes, they are 1A and 1B. They are fucking two of the heavyweight quarterbacks in this league. And that's okay. But the problem is the Mahomes fans can't give credit and say somebody else is great. It's okay to say somebody else is great. When Peyton Manning and Tom Brady were playing, I always said Peyton Manning was awesome. He was great. That's Peyton Manning, cuz. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I always gave the credit. Like that's the thing. It's like the Mahomes fans, though, they're not giving the credit. They're saying, oh, yeah, Allen's this, Allen's that. He's 0-4. I got it. He's 0-4 against you guys. But take a step back. When you watch him, do you honestly think your quarterback is way better than him? There's no way you think that.
He's just a better winner.
If you think that, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
He's just a better winner.
And
that's all you can say.
And that's okay.
And that's the bottom line.
And that's okay. And as a Josh Allen fan, you can totally admit that. He's 0-4 when it matters most. I value winning.
Of course. Yeah, I know.
I value winning. So guess what? Josh Allen, you can never be the best. He can't. He's 4 games removed away. Unless he goes 4 in a row, then you have an argument. Unless he gets some hardware and some MVPs, then you have an argument, in my opinion. But he needed to win this game because to go into Kansas City and beat a team to go on a 3-peat in their house with guys like Mac Hollins, Curtis Samuel, fucking first round, possibly bust Kincaid.
He's a bust.
Dawson Knox. Does he do anything? No. Amari Cooper at the tail end of his career.
That was a waste.
He's got James Cook. James Cook is fucking awesome.
Amari was a waste.
But I know he is. He was. And Keon Coleman.
Bro, they threw a fade to Keon Coleman.
I know. And I know. Oh my God.
I just saw that.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, bro. He said, what's going on?
But then 4th down, you got to rely on Josh Allen. You always got to rely on this guy.
He threw a dot to Curtis Samuel,
back in the end zone. But like, bro, like he's throwing to these guys. So that win meant more because of what he was doing it with. That's why. Now that he lost that game, it's like, damn, dude, you came close, but nobody remembers second place.
Nah.
And that's just the bottom line. They're always going to remember you as coming up short. They're always going to remember Josh Allen as Kansas City's bitch.
Yeah.
That's straight up, bro. You're Casey's bitch, man.
I mean,
it's just, and I love Josh Allen, but bro, they got you.
That's how it was in the beginning.
They own Josh Allen, man. It's just straight the fuck up. And it's not because he doesn't perform well. When I watched that game, I don't think that he lost in that game. I thought he had chances to win that game, but I don't think Josh Allen lost in that game. I thought it was a team effort.
I mean,
do you agree?
Yeah.
What was the reason why the Bills lost this game?
I thought they were out coached.
Absolutely.
And I think Dalton Kincaid. I think that's 1 and 2. Coaching and your tight end dropping
he dropped it.
A pass to hit you in your thing. Like I said with Lamar, like the difference was that Lamar put them in a hole.
Yeah.
Josh was digging him out of the hole.
Yeah.
But Josh wasn't putting him in a hole. It was the defense. He was digging him out. Pause. But Lamar put him in that hole with the 2 turnovers.
Yeah.
Lamar led that game-winning drive, and the dude dropped it. So, like I said, yes, part of it on Mark Andrews, of course. But again, Lamar, bro, you can't do that.
Yeah, but you know what really pisses me off too, though, and I'm getting ready to fucking snap. But like, if Mahomes would have lost this game, and he would have battled back and was down double digits, and was on the road, took the lead, then the opposing team scores. Then he responded and then lost the game. Everybody be like, oh my God, did you see Mahomes' incomplete pass? Did you see that? Oh my God, that was the best incomplete pass I've ever seen in my life. Oh my God, did you see that? It's a top 10 ESPN play. They would have. But Josh Allen, you just say, oh man, Dalton Kincaid dropped it. They don't think about the throw. They don't think about like what he was doing. But Mahomes, he has to throw it sidearm in the Super Bowl. It was the best incomplete pass you've ever seen in your life. But Josh Allen's, he doesn't get any credit for that. I have heard zero shit for that. But guess what? You know what? My guy was down 21-10 with whoever he was rocking with. Salute for him for that.
You and Phil.
Yo, 21-10 on the road. Went down the field twice in a row. Took 2 touchdowns on the road. Took the lead. And guess what? Your defense gave up a touchdown. Guess what? 29-22. The Bills went down and they responded again. He responded in this game. To me, like without the Bills, bro, like the Bills should give him a lifelong contract. Dead ass.
He should get. Who's the fat dude on the Mets? I can't think of his name. Who's the dude that Mets been getting paid for the Mets for like 25 years? That fat dude. What's his name, bro? Because that's the deal that he should get. He should get a lifetime contract for him for what he's doing for that franchise.
I'm sorry, bro, but like, it's unbelievable. So
Bobby Bonilla? Is it Bobby Bonilla?
Yeah. When you watch that game, though, man, like the way he battled back and got his team back in that game, they were looking like they were gonna get blown out.
I feel like right now you talking to me like I'm saying that Josh Allen did something wrong.
No. I'm talking to the Chiefs fans because I know I know they're hounding on me, and I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
because guess what? I still believe that.
They were calling you some hoe. I
still believe your quarterback is on the same tier as Josh Allen. I do. He's just a better winner in terms of overall. When I watch the quarterbacks, Mahomes is great. Mahomes played fantastic. I would never take that away from him. He played great. Mahomes did enough to win this football game, period, end of story, statistically and eye test. Mahomes was fantastic. He executes. It's what he does. You know what I mean? Like, it's just what he does. He's great. I never disputed that. But when you watch Allen, you can't tell me that they're like this. The gap isn't as huge as everybody believes. And
here's the problem.
I get he's 0-4, but
it's not even that.
I disagree with that whole mantra. I'll argue with that any fucking day. I don't care. The
problem is, and here's the thing, I think
it's wild, bro.
It's hard because the issue is like, I know you believe in what you're saying. Like, I know that that's not clickbait, and I know that's not.
It's not
anything
bro.
other than like, I know you genuinely believe that. So I'm cool, and I'm cool with that.
And bro, I respect Mahomes, dude. Like,
I know,
he's great.
Yeah.
He's fantastic. He deserved to win that game.
The problem
he beat Josh Allen straight up.
The problem is for me though, honest to God, I don't like the 0-4 is probably the last on the list of when I think of things when you make that claim, because again, like the hardest thing for Josh Allen is he doesn't have anything to show in his career.
Yeah, but what does that even mean?
He's had regular season stats. Like that's
stupid, dude.
But I'm not being mean about it or being an asshole.
But why doesn't he get rewarded for his regular season accolades?
It was hard, bro. Because I'm just saying.
I know.
I'm not getting into this.
Ridiculous.
But the thing is,
dude.
Josh Allen's never been a 1 seed,
though, bro. It's bullshit.
But
it's bullshit. It's a bullshit award. The goalpost moved for Lamar last year.
They didn't though,
bro. He had 20-something touchdowns and won MVP.
He was that 1 seed.
He had a better seeding this year than Lamar.
Yes, but he didn't. But he had. But his stats didn't match it.
Oh my God.
That's what it is. That's not moving the goalpost.
So you think Lamar's stats matched him getting the 1 seed? Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
But he was the driving factor on that. That team was. It was a great defense in him.
I know, but so was Josh Allen. Bro, the Chiefs. They were 1 game better. Do you think that really matters? Like to me,
I told you that. I told you that. No, but
and he beat the Chiefs.
But I will say this: the only reason I said this year is that I felt the argument was stronger for Lamar, even though I still think Josh should have won. Was Lamar took that? Like nobody expected
didn't play
that.
The last game.
I know, but that's his fault. That's his fault. Now, for real, we talked about that. Come on now.
Nah, bro. That's because.
But even if he didn't play last game, he wasn't going to throw 13 touchdown passes.
They didn't want to put their quarterback in harm's way.
And
why do that, man?
I get it,
At
but I
that
don't.
point,
I get it, but I
believe in
don't.
playing the game, but at that point, they had nothing
I'm
to
with
gain
that.
at that
I'm
point.
with that. I'm with
It's
that.
stupid.
But here's the thing: if Lamar can't win it with 23 touchdowns, Josh can't win it with 28.
He won it with 23 touchdowns, though.
I know that, but I'm saying if you don't think he deserved it with 23, then Josh don't deserve it with 28.
That's fine, but at least give it to him.
I think he should.
Because now we're arguing, oh, he has no MVPs. Oh, blah.
Yeah.
So now, give him what he deserves. He's a fucking MVP player. It's fucking crazy, bro. Bro, it's wild,
I
dude.
know.
Like, bro,
if
you remove Patrick Mahomes out of the NFL, I can guarantee you 32 GMs, at least 28 of them are probably taking Josh Allen.
Yeah, maybe.
No, I'm sorry, not 28. That might be a high number. I would say at least 20. 20 GMs would honestly take Josh Allen with the number 1 overall pick. Hands the fuck down. And if you remove Patrick Mahomes from this league, more than half the league would take Josh Allen with the number 1 overall pick.
And right now, at this current moment, I think that that's fair because I can't defend Burrow. But up until this year, that I think would still be true, and I didn't think it was accurate because I just felt that, Joe Burrow did it.
No, and what I mean is I think that you'll have GMs that will take Burrow. I think you'll have GMs that would take Lamar Jackson. I do.
I don't know about Jackson.
You don't think the Ravens would?
I don't know because the Ravens didn't want to offer him a contract.
Well, they'd be biased. Absolutely. I'm definitely counting that I'm just talking about overall. Yeah. If I'm putting myself in a real life situation where it was a fantasy draft, they're definitely taking down number 1. It's not even
hear
close.
Me out on the MVP thing because you do make a lot of good points and it's weird because we're comparing them to Rivers, but I feel like right now Josh Allen is also going to get the Drew Brees treatment.
Absolutely.
Like,
he's gotten the Drew Brees treatment.
He's already gotten it.
He's 100% gotten it.
There's like a black cloud or a curse around Josh Allen. And that's why I'm not even pissed off right now because I'm being serious. Like Josh Allen goes for, 41 touchdowns, 45 touchdowns, 43 touchdowns every year.
I don't feel bad that he lost the game though.
No, but I'm saying like he has all that every year, but he never gets a 1 seed. He never makes the AFC chip. But it never came together when it needed to. And then this year, the stats come down. And all of us, and he should win the MVP, but in the last 8-9 games of the season, Lamar Jackson went to a level that I got to be honest, I didn't even think he could throw the ball like that. I know you didn't.
No, I didn't at all.
I never thought
gave him
that.
his prop.
Yeah, no. But I'm saying like I never thought that. So to me, Josh should win the MVP this year.
Lamar should win it this year.
But Lamar went wild.
No, Lamar should win it this year.
Previous years, like last year, again, I thought it was Dak. I apologize. I do. I'm not going to lie on that. But like, it's just hard because Josh was always teetering 12-5, 11-6, and that's hard to go against 14-3, 13-4. Like when you're up there in that, it's they look at that.
That's
and
just stupid.
I know it's hard.
It's just because.
But you are right in this when you say there's no consistency in the way the award's given, and I totally agree with you on that because again, Josh's stats this year shouldn't be held against him when he was the 2nd seed. And last year, Lamar was the 1 seed and his stats were held against him. So I do completely agree with you. And that's why I said, if Lamar wins this MVP, it's like, all right, I get it. But to me, it was just Josh Allen because Josh Allen, let's be real, bro. Look what dude is working with, bro. Like I've defended Lamar for what he's had to work with. And again, this year, Rashad Bateman. Zay got hurt in the playoffs, but I've said that too. But for Josh to come out and do what I've always defended Lamar on, look what he did. Look what he did, dude. It was Josh's year to win it, and Lamar went
without Diggs.
Well, the thing
and
is,
he did it without the all-pro wide receiver.
The other crazy part of that is, bro, and that's what I'm saying with the poor timing of like a curse being around them and Lamar snapping is like Josh even had the narrative. He lost the superstar wide receiver. The team got better because last year they just won their division. They were a 3 seed, right? Yeah. So I think they were 11-6. Mm-hmm. Your team got better when you lost your best offensive skill player.
Yep. Your go-to guy.
And Josh completely changed his style of play. Like he stopped doing dumb shit.
Yeah, he did. He did.
Word, like dead serious.
To a degree.
Yesterday, he was trying to yesterday,
but bro. He had because he knows in those games.
In that game,
you have to do it by any fucking means. That guy will do it.
I don't fault him yesterday.
That's
I was cracking up,
bro.
When he went for the one on the goal line and he pitched the ball and it was a fumble, and the one where he fumbled and picked it up with one hand. Because in that moment, I was laughing at Josh because I'm like, he's going the hero ball because in his head, I don't care what anybody says, he looked at his 11 players and went, 21 other players, including defense, and went, unless I'm Superman, I can't win with these dudes. And it's going to take everything I got. And that's why I said I don't fault him for that, and I will not blame Josh for that. And when you hit Kincaid like this, catch the ball. He threw it to the exact line on the field that said – field goal,
I know.
Whatever it says. What's it even say? Field goal target?
Nah, it says like field goal
target range or something like that. Whatever. Range. I will not blame him for that, bro. I will not blame him for that.
It's based off the kickers.
Yeah, like where range. His sweet spot, where he can go.
Where he can go. It's a comfortable kick, basically.
Yes, like where he's maxed or whatever it is. Yeah. Like if like Jake Elliott, you really want to get to the 40 because you know he has the leg to get to 56, 57. Now, albeit he's been trash.
He ain't gonna make it.
But before Jake Elliott used to be able to hit them bombs.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying that's kind of it was right there. The fucking dude fell on the graphic.
Yeah.
Miss me with that.
I don't know,
not gonna criticize Josh for that.
It's just wild, dude. But like when you watch the Bills, you can clearly say this guy's the MVP, bro. Like he really did. He went toe to toe with Mahomes, man. He did.
Well, my thing is
he always does. And that's what I'm saying. Like Mahomes blew him out once. Mahomes beat him once by 14. I think wasn't the first game they played. I think it was the second game.
Nah, the second game was the
third game. The third game is when because
the 13 seconds?
No, the 13 seconds was the first game, I believe. Or was that the second game?
Oh, it was the second.
That was the second matchup?
I think.
Because Mahomes beat him by 14 one year.
So that I would assume that's year one.
But albeit, right? So you had the 13 seconds.
Yeah.
You have the last year's debacle with Tyler Bass missing that field goal and Stephon Diggs dropping that pass. Remember, we talked about that.
Yes. Yeah.
And then this year with Kincaid, that's 3 losses.
I don't remember the Tyler Bass missed field goal.
In the divisional round.
I don't remember that.
There was about like a minute 49. Tyler Bass.
Was it to tie or go ahead?
To tie.
I don't remember it. I really don't remember.
But there was like, look, Mahomes was getting the ball back with under 2 minutes. Albeit, who knows what happens? I'm just saying.
Well,
he missed the field goal to tie the game.
Their defense was a lot better than what it was last night.
But he missed the field goal to tie the game. That was the point. We think a 41-yard field goal.
I don't even remember that.
It was last year.
Wow.
Last year. That's how they lost.
It was?
Yeah, because it wasn't how the game ended.
Yeah, I can't honestly. I can't recall.
Yeah, but so they've had some bad losses. But my point is that again, going back to the MVP, it's such bullshit that like we talk about. Oh, he has no accolades. He has no this. But it's like, bro, like when you actually watch him, you have to absolutely like wrap your your mind around and say, how the fuck does this guy not get at least some award? I mean, bro, like when you watch him, he is clearly, like I said, if you remove Mahomes, because I respect Mahomes, if you remove Mahomes from the NFL, he would be the number 1 overall pick.
It's not even a question.
It's not a question.
I don't think.
Hands the fuck down. So how is he never win any MVP, any awards? None of that is beyond me. It's insane. He's won the most playoff games without a Super Bowl appearance.
Oh, I saw that. That's a great stat. I saw that. I actually wanted to bring that up.
Which is fucking wild.
That sucks.
Now,
did you see what Nick Wright did today?
Well, let me ask you a question. Do you think Josh Allen is going to be labeled as a choke artist when it's all said and done?
It depends. Like if he doesn't make a Super Bowl, I think you would give him. I think he's going to get a label as a choke artist.
But based on the games that you watched, did you honestly think that he lost a game last night?
No.
So that's an opportunity that maybe in 10 years you'd be like, oh well, he never got there. He choked. Now was it all him? I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, I don't.
It's fair, bro.
Right now, though, I don't think he's going to get that label because his playoff stats are so good. Like Lamar has a choke artist label around him. Why? Because he doesn't have good playoff stats in addition to a losing record.
So why are the Bills losing? When you got a talent like that, a guy that's putting up 40 touchdowns a year, he's killing it in the playoffs. How are you losing, bro?
Execution.
So what does that come down to?
Coaching.
So what do the Bills need to change?
McDermott.
Do you think they need to get rid of him?
I think it's on the table. I think it's on the table, to be honest. Like, I mean, I keep going back to this dude. Like, I think the Bills would be better with McCarthy.
Wow. Really?
I absolutely do.
It's funny though, because when I hear the players talk about McDermott, they absolutely like kind of gravitate towards him.
I think you could.
But I feel like, I don't know, bro. Like when I just feel like when I go into big games, I feel like Bills are always going to be outcoached.
Yeah.
So I have to rely on Josh Allen to get me over the hump, where I know that Josh Allen has to completely outperform the opposing quarterback because I have a mismatch at the coaching end.
You know what it feels like?
Is that what it is?
It feels like to me like
that's how it feels like.
I'm going to compare it to LeBron when he had David Blatt in the NBA Finals. Had to be Superman because his coach was moronic. And look, here's the problem. Sean McDermott is known as a defensive head coach. And his side of the ball was getting cooked.
Yeah, they were, bro.
And you got Joe Brady on the now granted offensive coordinator, but he's got the offense. He had the offense right. So my thing is like the
Chiefs went right down the fucking field and
they cut him up like butter,
like it was butter, bro.
And that's what I'm saying. Like the Chiefs aren't doing that in 2 weeks. I don't care what anybody says.
Albeit that look, the Bills went 3 and out in their opening possession. But damn, man, you can't get a stop, bro. You can't force a punt.
You can't help him out.
Like every time Josh Allen this playoffs has gotten the ball, right? He's always been down 7-0. The Bills have never scored first in any of these playoff games.
Really?
They've never scored first.
So he's always in a hole.
He's always been in the hole.
I fuck with that though.
But he's always got himself out. But again, when the Chiefs forced that field goal, right? To make it 7-3. That was such a win for them, man. When you kick field goals again, that's going back to that conversation. When you kick field goals against Kansas City, that's a hard
I disagree
bro.
Because you put points on the board.
It's 7-3. Yeah.
But then you got a turnover and you went up 10-7.
I agree.
But if you
score a touchdown there, bro, you put so much pressure on that team.
No.
Because if they fail to score a touchdown, now they're down 7, which is a whole possession, and now the opposing team has the ball.
Hold on, listen to me, baby.
You're down 2 possessions.
But if you miss that and KC goes up and scores 14-0, now you're in a worse situation.
Agreed.
But if you go 7-3 and take the normal rational head coach thing, it's 7-3. You get a stop. Now you score and go up 10-7. Now you're truly putting pressure, because if it's 7-0 and you get a stop and then it's 7-7, there's nothing there. So credit Sean McDermott for doing that. I think that's a winning coaching play. There's a time and a place. That is exactly what I'm talking about to a T.
No, but what I'm saying is that's a loss for the Bills offense.
It is, but at least you got something on the board.
I get it. But in the grand scheme, you can't kick field goals against Kansas City. You can't. It's not the way to win. Kansas City kicked 1 fucking field goal. That was the end of the game.
I know that. I'm not disputing that.
You want to beat Kansas City, you got to score touchdowns, man.
But you can't run the risk of going down 14-0.
I understand
you can't run that risk.
And I'm with you. And kicking a field goal there is, I'm not mad at that, kicking a field goal. What I'm saying is that's not the loss. That's not the L that I'm talking about. The L is what I'm saying is that the Bills offense took an L on that drive and gave the Chiefs a good win right there, a small win in that game. That's a big win for them. In that game, each team gets wins and losses, and at the end of the game, the team that makes the most plays wins the game. So the Chiefs in that moment made the most play. They made the most plays on that drive to hold them to 3. That's a win for them. Anytime like the Bills got to score touchdowns. When you come out of the fucking gate, you go 3 and out. Really? That was how you started the game? Like, come on, cuz. Like Josh Allen runs for 4 yards, and it's 2 incomplete passes. Then they're punting. Then the Chiefs go right down the fucking field, 7-0. Like they're already down 7-0. Then you kick a field goal, and it's like, we got a field goal. And then we're still down. Chiefs got the ball, 7-3. We're down. Fuck, that's mentally draining. But luckily enough for them, they fumbled, right? And then they scored and got themselves back in the game. And that's what I'm saying. It's like, again, you know how hard it is to do that, man? To get like Josh Allen responded. He did, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
He did his thing. And that's what I'm saying. When you watch this fucking guy and everybody argues, oh, he has no accolades. He has no MVPs. How many MVPs has he got? How many does Lamar have? How many is... It's like, bro, shut up, bro. Like, if you actually watch the game, you can honestly, you can't tell me those quarterbacks are better than him, bro. Like, you can't, bro. You just can't. You can't. You can't, bro. You can't. Because what he has done with this roster was unbelievable.
It was. I'm not.
And he went toe-to-toe.
I'm not denying.
Should have fucking won that game. He came up short. He did. He came up short when it mattered most. I know Kincaid dropped the ball, but Josh Allen came up short. He did. And he came up short on that 4th down, and that's why I guess they ruled it. And that sucks.
I don't know.
I think he got it, but the refs didn't. And that's the way it goes. And look, I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, yeah, the refs won that game. Look, there were some questionable calls, bro. We can't sit here and cap. That Xavier Worthy catch that was not a catch. Kincaid definitely got it. Allen definitely got it. Those are free plays right there. But again, I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, the refs rigged it for them. It is what it is, dude. You know what I mean? You just got to play the game. You want to beat the Chiefs, you got to score touchdowns. You got to give them credit, bro. The Chiefs score touchdowns. They were the better team.
Who do you think's a better bet? Who's your favorite right now to go to the AFC Championship game next year? Not the Chiefs. Is it the Ravens, the Bills, or the Ravens, Bills, or Bengals?
I mean, it's got to be the Ravens, right? Like, I mean, I like they played again. Their defense was clicking at the end of the season. You got
defense they catch on the back half.
So you got to expect them to possibly click on that on starting the season and possibly all year, right? Like if they can play defense like that and Lamar plays offense, and you got Derrick Henry coming back, I mean, they're going to be back, dude.
Who do you think? And last thing before we get out of here, who do you think Devontae goes to? Although Aaron Glenn seems open, his presser was awesome today.
It was, but it's the same old shit.
I mean, yeah, I get you, but
it's the same old song, bro. We heard this with Rex Ryan. We heard this with everybody else.
Rex Ryan, what a dope.
You know what I mean? So it's like, what do you? So his presser, you think that impressed you?
I liked his energy.
Of course, bro.
It showed me it's what I believe in about Aaron Glenn. I believe he's a culture changer, and I believe that he can go to New York and change that culture. I genuinely believe that. I believe in him, dude. I think he's a very, very good coach. I think he's a smart guy. I think he knows how to get pause, but he knows how to get his guys around him.
So who's gonna be calling offense for New York next year? Assuming they bring back Rodgers. So if they bring back Rodgers, they're gonna bring back Adams. That's probably a foregone conclusion.
Yeah.
Although if I'm Devontae Adams, I'd be asking the fuck out.
I want to go to Buffalo.
Yes.
Or Baltimore. Either one.
Either or. Get me into those games.
Yeah.
Like I know I have a really high chance. Although,
if Devontae Adams goes to Buffalo and Buffalo doesn't make the Super Bowl next year, that's when they will start saying that Josh Allen is a choke artist.
Although I don't hate this idea either, though. What if the Bengals let T walk and they go out and go get a Devontae Adams just for a rental?
Who?
You filled that wide receiver 2 spot.
Who?
The Bengals. What if they got Devontae Adams? Like,
I don't think so. I think they have too much love.
Just as a 1-year rental, right? Like you can get him for cheaper than T Higgins. Just saying, possibly. If you could lure that in, you could figure it out. If he values winning, and if he could value that type of energy, if that's what he wants to do, if he wants to win, Devontae Adams, he ain't going to the fucking Jets.
I don't even know who
he ain't winning with the Jets, bro. We gotta stop.
I don't know who you could bring in.
Aaron Glenn's gonna be good.
Jim Bob Cooter.
Aaron Glenn may be good, but it ain't gonna be next year. That's not. They got too much. They got too. Bro, they're
Depends.
4 dude.
Well, here's the thing.
Bro,
the defense will be
long ass way to go.
I don't think so.
They are not close to beating the Buffalo Bills. They are not close to beating the Baltimore Ravens. They're not close to beating the Cincinnati Bengals. They're not close to beating the Kansas City Chiefs. They might not be close to beating the Chargers. Honest to God, they might not be.
Hold on. I believe in Aaron Glenn. So I believe next year that their defense will be closer to how it was in 23 than 24. So if you get that defense back to the 2023 level, like I think it will, and you could get Aaron Rodgers to have a legitimate offensive coordinator where he's not picking them or putting his buddy Nat Hackett in there who's a fucking dope. And hold on. And you do that and you get a legitimate offensive coordinator. I feel like you could have some success.
But you know why that
I think
won't work?
Miami's on the downslope too.
But you know why that won't work? Because you're asking too much. All of those things have to go right for that to happen.
No,
That's
you need
way too much.
You need a play caller. That's it.
You know how hard it is to get a play caller and Aaron Rodgers on the same page in the first fucking year? That's gonna be hard, bro. Because all he knows was Hackett the last couple of years.
That's fair. I mean, I won't argue that. That's a good point.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, that's a completely fair point.
I feel like that's an adjustment in itself, and he's gonna be pushing fucking 42, 41 years old. Like, to me,
I can't believe he jumping in. The dude turning 50.
Yeah, bro. Like, to me, like, bro, like, I think they need to really move on, man. I really feel strongly about this, bro.
That's not what Aaron
said. Well, look, I don't really care, but if I'm
got Aaron R and Aaron G.
If I'm a Jets GM or I'm a Jets owner, I'm moving on, bro. I'm telling my fucking head coach, bro, we're turning the page. We gotta get fresh blood in here. We have to, bro. It's bad juju in that locker room from last year. You're 4-13. You're gonna bring back your 41-year-old quarterback. What the fuck are we doing, bro? If I'm part of the Jets, I do not want to be there.
You can't believe he's jumping in because he's turning 50.
I just wouldn't want to be there. And I would be surprised if Vontae wants to ride off in the sunset with Aaron Rodgers. Why the fuck would you want to do that with somebody as selfish as him?
Who cares?
I don't
think Aaron Rodgers is selfish. I actually don't.
I think he likes the attention.
Very misunderstood.
I think he likes the attention. I think he's a narcissist. He's a total narcissist. Yeah, absolutely, he is, bro.
He's got a big ego.
Absolutely.
But I don't think you could be successful without having an ego.
I don't think any successful person doesn't have an ego. They all do. Tom Brady has an ego. Everybody has an ego.
That's what I'm saying.
But his ego is arrogance. It's out there. He lets you know that like
I think I'm the smartest guy in the world.
Yeah, like his shit doesn't stink, and I think that's a problem. And
drinking that ayahuasca.
No, it didn't resonate in New York. I tell you that. 4-13 didn't resonate for shit.
We're coming.
But yeah, crash landing.
We're coming.
Crash landing, brother.
The wheels aren't coming down.
Yeah, I told you it was crash landing with them.
All right, guys, that wraps up episode 231. We won't be on next week. We'll be back on Super Bowl Sunday morning at, I don't know, probably 11.
I don't know, man. We might pot again. We might.
Yeah, we might. We might see.
Like, honestly, bro, I honestly might text Piles and be like, yo, bro, like I actually want to get some shit off just because some shit just might happen. Yeah, you know, some rankings might come out that we might not like. And
we could do it.
Maybe we could talk about it. Yeah.
But either way, we're going to be doing a Super Bowl show as always for the 4th straight year. We're going to have the Doherty brothers, both Tom and Ryan, hopefully. But I think that's going to go like 11 o'clock. Right. So we'll let you guys know and we'll post on social and we might be here next week.
Yeah, that was fun as shit, man.
You ain't got to do the outro no more.
Yeah.
You ain't got to do the outro. We can just say peace.
All right.
Yeah, I think we're lit.
Yeah, we out. Peace. Love y'all.
I'm caps lock different. It's facts, not fiction. Said I black out for real, then the track gone missing. If it's cap, I'm dipping. We ain't talking about a move, then it's flatline finished. When I spaz, I'm grinning. Pull a peel off in the Sadies and I pass by spinning. It's perks with this life, but I don't have my skinage. Took a quick trip and now I'm back home winning. And I see they eyes pop like I snack on spinach. Pull up to the spot, she tryna grab my digits. I'm already 8 shots, a Henny past my limit. Here you go. Hazards with a dash full of tickets. I'ma act like I don't see them. I got bad eye vision. Y'all can't pass my scrimmage. While y'all tripping, it's a